A man who admitted attacking two people told police if they are dead, I am joining them before leaping to his death from a 12th floor balcony, a report has found. Officers found Hugh Gallagher, 56, standing on the balcony with apparently blood-stained hands when they were called to the Tower Block at Doeside Court, Aberdeen, on July 19, 2016. Police treated the deaths of Keith Taylor and Tracy Gabriel as murder while Mr. Gallagher died from his injuries after leaping from the Tower Block. Officers found Hugh Gallagher, 56, standing on the balcony with apparently blood-stained hands when they were called to the Tower Block at Doeside Court, Aberdeen, pictured. The Police Investigations and Review Commissioner, PIC, praised the high degree of professionalism shown by officers at the scene in her report into the incident. The four officers found Mr. Taylor, 43, lying on a sofa in the living room when they entered the flat at 8:36 p.m. He had been stabbed and there was blood on his chest and face. Officers then saw Mr. Gallagher, 56, standing on the balcony of the flat looking agitated and blood-stained. He leaned into the living room through an open window and shouted comments indicating he was responsible for inflicting injuries on Mr. Taylor and Ms. Gabriel. Two of the officers carried out cardiopulmonary resuscitation, CPR, on Mr. Taylor while the other two officers tried to calm Mr. Gallagher and persuade him to come back inside over a 3 to 4 minute period. However, Mr. Gallagher pointed to where a woman, Ms. Gabriel, lay on the balcony and indicated he planned to jump, explaining that if he came back inside the flat he would be arrested. He then told officers if they're dead, I am joining them, slammed the balcony window shut with such force that it jammed the window closed and jumped from the balcony at 8:40 p.m. Police treated the deaths of Keith Taylor and Tracy Gabriel, pictured, as murder. The officers found Ms. Gabriel, 40, the occupier of the flat, lying on the balcony with stab wounds to her chest. They tried to help her while other officers carried out first aid on Mr. Gallagher, who was on the ground outside the Tower Block, but their lives could not be saved. Kate Frame praised the police response to the incident. She said, the call to Police Scotland was categorised correctly and officers were dispatched to the scene within the required 5-minute time scale. It is clear that officers attempted to persuade Hugh Gallagher to come back into the flat from the balcony but had limited opportunity to prevent him from completing his stated intention of suicide. They were confronted with very difficult circumstances but dealt with them appropriately, and with a high degree of professionalism. The report said a witness who was present at the doorway to the flat heard the police officers calmly trying to defuse the situation. North East Divisional Commander Chief Superintendent Campbell Thompson said, I acknowledge the outcome of this review by the Commissioner into what was a completely tragic incident that deeply affected one of our local communities. In common with the PIC review, I recognize the professionalism of our officers who attended at the time and the appropriateness of their actions when faced with an extremely challenging and difficult set of circumstances.